Might just go over and over and over and over and over again. I wonder what's is going on. I wonder what's is going on. What's going on tonight? My goodness, if you're watching this as a recording, I'm so sorry because things are about to go crazy. Someone's gonna have to let me know whether or not everything's working, whether or not you can hear me. You know why? Because I am just a TikTok man child who's come over to the adult world. Oh, God. Good evening. Good evening, says Reverend Shin. My class isn't that important. It really is. We can hear you well. Good. I'm trying to work things up, folks. It's so good to see you tonight. You know what? It's even better. The fact that I've got some cookies and we're just chilling out together. Good heavens above, there's so many of you. Howdy, woo, I'm in. Yes, you are. My good friend Joy Melvin says good evening. Space Wolf Club says alive. OMG, yes. Senpai noticed me. The one thing I'm not going to be able to do is to notice all of you. I do that on TikTok, but it's so wonderful to be back with the masses on YouTube. So you might be wondering what's going on this evening. Well, it's just your average Tuesday night. I never know what to feel about October because it's not quite winter. And you're not quite festive yet because Halloween's like a different type of festive than Thanksgiving. Is it baking season yet? No. But are we approaching it? Yeah, because we're dealing with a lot of pumpkins. Whew, the glasses are so stylish. Thank you. They help me to see. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Someone says, Wingnut says 1896. What are we making? Crop Top Tuesday. I used to do a Crop Top Tuesday, but no longer. Folks, let me show you what's going on this evening. So, you say 1896. Yeah, 1896 is a long time ago. Super Chat Kyle says, I love your recipes. I make many of them. The avocado and ice cream bread are my favorite. You got good taste. Emily is here. I'm scared and I don't like it here, says Emily. Hello, lots of love, said the Pharaoh Grandma. Thank you, the Pharaoh Grandma. And Dayton says, hello, Dylan. Goosey sends her regards. Well, you know who sends her regards? Fanny Merritt Farmer. Now, ain't that a name? Fanny Merritt Farmer, for those who are fans of baking from yesteryear, you guys will know that this is basically the OG. Unfortunate name, maybe, but this is the great Boston Cooking School cookbook. This is from 1896. This is before anyone ever heard a voice over a radio. This is before airplanes. This is even before the theory of relativity. Queen Victoria was still alive. The lady they named the Victorian era after. This is an ancient cookbook. Dylan, you're live. Yes, I am. Lord Bear says, hello, love baking yesterday. You've got good taste. Thank you, Logan. Says, hi, Dylan. I've been watching you for years and have enjoyed reading your first book and plan on getting the second one. Love all the streams. Thank you. Let me try and say hello to some people. Dylan, be careful. Going back to 1896, says Tiger Man. You don't want to get that tuberculosis. It's a hell of a thing. Yes, it is. Farmer Ty, it's good to see you. Found your cookbook at a Henry Ford museum. Really? Hi there. Thanks for the live, says Valerie. Well, so right here. Let's see if I can show you the recipe we're going to be baking. Do you see this? Isn't this so nice? Hi, Christine. Hi, TPJ. Hi, Connor. Wow, found you live. Yes. So this is peanut cookies. And this is, again, this is an 1896 cookbook called the Boston Cooking School Cookbook. I mean, this has been through some, you see that? That's a worm. Let me show you this. Like when people say, oh, I'm such a bookworm. Are you actually, though? Are you eating your way through pages? Because I don't think you are. Look, this is what they used to look like. They would just eat through pages. You see that? It's like, nom, 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 nom. So yeah, that's a bookworm. I want to make a sweet thing savory. How do you want to make a sweet thing savory? Asks Buckshot 599. That sounds awful. I don't want to make a sweet thing savory. Could you imagine a Tootsie Roll started tasting like barbecue sauce? No. What, you got a birthday cake you want it to taste like, Kentucky Fried Chicken? What's the matter with you? Oh, it's good to see y'all. Oh, my goodness. Rest assured, I can't read out loud what all of you guys are saying, but I'm scrolling down. I'm seeing your usernames. Don't feel left out. On TikTok, I'll try my hardest to say everyone and, talk to everyone, but there's so many of you here. Ruffles says, love the shorts. Thank you. You mean I'm wearing pants tonight. But thanks. I know what you mean. That was a bad joke. Mr. Crazed says, I got a persimmon cookie recipe you might like. Really? Baking with persimmon. Lord Bear 92 says, favorite pudding, real pudding you enjoy baking. Planning to try food for the gods soon. Queen of the puddings. Queen of puddings is something any British folk would know. Queen of puddings, it's great. You've got any type of jam and a whole bunch of egg whites, meringue, nice, soft, wonderful. And you can use it with leftover bread. Buckshot says cheddar jalapeno cornbread or corn cookies. Cheddar jalapeno cornbread. Collecting old recipes because of you. Love from Wales. My name's Welsh. Folks, we're going to get right into it. But first, we're baking peanut cookies again from 1896 if you're just tuning in. Let me show you what I baked earlier today. I give you banana oatmeal cookies. So this is from my cookbook, Baking Yesteryear. And they're one of my favorites. I love banana oatmeal cookies. When people think of banana, they don't rightly think of cookies. And I think that's a bad thing. I believe bananas need to be included in all sorts of baked goods. The only thing is that people might think that they look burnt because the bottom, you're like, oh no, Dylan, what have you done? Now, think of banana bread. Isn't it intriguing how the banana, when added to a baked good, increases brownness? It's called the Maillard reaction, you know. That's why banana bread is so brown, but it's not burnt. Let's see who's talking to us. The Crystal says, this is my first stream of yours and I'm excited. The Crystal, I'm excited for you. Thank you, Zachary. Says, yay. No, Zachinator, my bad. Yeah, I can finally see a stream. I love your content and missed your past streams because of not getting the notification or not getting it at all. How kind of you to go live on my birthday. Best present ever. Cheshire, you're not supposed to be giving me a super chat on it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Cheshire. Let's read something. That's not a super chat. I watched what? Says spelt oatmeal raisin cookies with sunflower seeds. Spelt. Let me tell you about spelt. For those of you who don't know, it's not just the past tense of spelt, but spelt is a flour, but it's wheat. It's related. So its gluten content is present, but it's like 0.003. So if you're intolerant to gluten, you can have spelt flour. If you're celiac, you cannot. So I'm just putting my banana oatmeal cookies from Baking Yesteryear in a little container because I love it. I love the fact of having some cookies. Mac with some cheese, I love your name, says, greetings from the new apartment, Dylan. Greetings to you. Hi from St. Petersburg, says Weeping Samuel. Weeping Samuel, are you St. Petersburg, Russia, or St. Petersburg, Florida? I'm going to make eggnog this year around Christmas. You're going to love it. Emerald Master says, Dylan is comfort food made manifest. Well, let's manifest ourselves back to 1896. Also, I am going to catch this. What did you guys get up to today? I'm going to read the chat. Anything crazy, interesting happened today? Like, I want to know if you were in the grocery store and someone fell down and like their pants came unbuckled. Hi from Portugal. I want to hear all these strange things. I ate pancakes, says Bright Mom. Okay. Wisdom teeth are hurting. Ventispor, that's bad. Daddy wants the treats, says Ed Green. Okay. Hey, Dylan, you should try pirate bread. I should. Carwell says, got a flu shot. Actually, I don't know what pirate bread is. Whale got a flu shot today. I need mine. Hi from Pittsburgh, says Paige. Hi, Paige. Add beef to butterscotch pudding. That sounds terrible, Angelica. What? Started your beef with lard. What started your beef with lard? Hi, says Emily. Okay. I was outside and saw a very interesting plant, says Bunny. That's a good one. You guys got up to some good stuff today. My beef with lard is whenever I get lard and I want to put it in a measuring cup, lard doesn't stay in the measuring cup. I try and get it out, it falls on the floor. I try and scrape it off of a cup and it goes into the air. Lard hates me. I don't necessarily hate lard. Lard has beef with me. And it just bothers me a lot, you know. Love from Trini, says Kyle. Hi. Logan says, I'm loving the subtle book advertising in the back. It's not quite so subtle. There's two of them. Not quite so subtle. It's two of them. So again, let's get right into this, folks. This is a cookbook from 1896. It's very old. This is Fannie Merritt Farmer's Boston Cooking School cookbook. And on page 490 is one of the oldest cookie recipes you probably have ever feasted your eyes upon. A recipe for peanut cookies. Peanut cookies. Now, what seems odd about this recipe? Can you tell? 2 bloody tablespoons of butter. That's nothing. That's itty bitty, right? You can hardly, service yourself with that. What do I mean by that? I don't know. Ooh, love from New York City. Thank you. Scar Comfy says, hi, Dylan. Love your content. Thank you. Diablo says, I have 3-layer dessert you'll love. 3 layers desserts are the best. They go by so many different names. It's so interesting to me. What is life without chaos? As a guy in my ROTC class walked outside to get the flag, forgot he still had the fake rifle in his hand. A teacher saw it, and the school went into lockdown because of him. Peanut, just peanut, not peanut butter. No, this is before the advent of like crazy peanut butter. Peanut butter? Yeah, this book is before peanut butter. If we're talking about like, Peter Pan peanut butter, this cookbook's before peanut butter. This is just peanuts. Dylan, you're a delight and you've inspired me to experimental baking. We all love experimenting. That's how people find out their sexuality, Love from Germany says, Bunny. Well, I tell you what, let's get right into this. So, this is butter. Those who know will know that this actually is not butter. This is margarine. But when we're doing some baking experiments, like baking from 1896, we don't know what's going to happen. So we're using a less expensive option because you guys fund this kitchen with your chats. Love from Kenya says, my kitty. Hi, my kitty. Thank you most kindly. I'm sending love to Kenya as well. It's a long way away. It might take a while. My bad. Sean Kirby says, where are you living? In my kitchen. I live in my kitchen, as a matter of fact. I can't believe it's not butter. Watching Shipping Tea says, hi, chat. Hi, chat. Let's bring you down here. Let's show you what's going on. Woo! Actually, we're coming back here. Look, isn't it fancy? Isn't this fancy? Oh, man. Look at all this. What's going on? Pardon Henry's little skeleton legs. Henry's skeleton legs, he's not the best. Look, I got such a messy kitchen. Worst recipe that you accidentally enjoyed somehow, says Lord Bear. That was the tomato soup cake. That's a recipe that should not have worked, the tomato soup cake. Good heavens above. That's, for those of you who don't know, that's a spice cake with a can of condensed tomato soup in there. It's no good. I got back from nursing school for the day and I just got a live stream. Yes. Hi from South Korea, says John. Good evening. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Fizzy Dizzy Studio says hello from Canada. My best friend is always asking me to bake your version of gooey butter cake. You're going to love it. It's hard though. Dylan, can you make Naan Khatai, traditional Indian gram flour cookies? I'm taking a picture of this. Naan Khatai. Thank you, Joanna. Thanks for making me laugh. Well, you know what else is going to make you laugh? Trying to look at this. This recipe literally starts with 2 tablespoons of butter. This recipe is from 1896. 2 tablespoons of butter, which is like nothing, something I'm going to put my freaking, on my toast. No! We get a whole bunch of butter coming off. Butter. Greetings and love from Missouri, says Olivia. Thank you. Hello. Oh, yes, more useful angle, right? Jade Kookie says, sad truth is the next one of your recipes I'm looking forward to is making the 3rd of 5 forbidden cornbreads. The Manwich one. Ooh. Good morning, my lovelies. Good morning, guys. See, this is what I like about, how much do I need? A quarter cup. This is what I like about YouTube. You guys are nice to each other. I think that's really cool. Hi from Colorado. Good evening. So what we're going to do is we're going to be popping in a quarter cup of granulated sugar into here, and we're going to be creaming it together. Creaming is one of those terms that people go like, But the creaming together of fats and sugars is necessary in most baking recipes because what's happening is you're beating air. You're beating air into a solid. So let's show you this. I'm going to read you some super chats too as we're coming on up. Hello from the smallest state, Rhode Island. Love your videos. Can't wait to see the Halloween baked goods soon. They're coming. Love your stuff, Dylan, says Alex. Thank you so much. Made your ice cream bread a few days ago. That's such a good recipe, ice cream bread. In memory of my father who loved the Mark V, says Drank. Oh, your father's got good taste. Seminium! Where's my carton of sugar? I know, it's ran out. I can't find my carton of sugar anymore. So do you see what's happening? Let me explain this to you because I'm not explaining it very well. You know how like when you're in a pool, you thump your hand down and it goes thump, and yeah, you get some big bubbles, but you also get that little fizz. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? The fizz. Where like you generate thousands of little tiny bubbles that come to the surface that you can hear them pop if it's quiet enough. They go, you know what I mean? Now imagine the water that you do that can hold air like this can. With every stroke, when you're creaming this, You're cleaving. The sugar granules make thousands of little holes and passes through the butter, and you're actually increasing this in volume so that it can hold air. That's why cakes rise. Now, does floof powder and baking soda help? Yes, of course. But this will rise even if we don't add that. He's alive and he's live. Yes, says Ambrosius. Gorgeous man. I don't know if I'm gorgeous. Charlie Wild says, ever thought about baking across the Europe world? Let me tell you about... I got in trouble with my latest book. I mean, not really. It was phenomenal. For those of you who don't know, this is my book, Baking Across America. And you know what I do on the internet? I make fun of dead people. For lack of a better word, I make fun of dead people and people who have passed. And I make fun of the recipes. But the thing is that there's no skin in the game. Those people are long gone. Nobody cares. When I did Baking Across America, I started making fun of states. Never mind the fact that it's in reverence. Any Brit will tell you that. When you poke fun at something, it means you kind of respect it. You really do. Some Americans didn't see it that way. I got so many angry letters from the state of Ohio says, what is wrong with you? Why don't you like Ohio? How dare you? I was like, well, I actually do. I called the state of Ohio a crusty oyster. And I called Buckeyes, which is their candy, I called that the pearl. The pearl of Ohio's crusty oyster. So if I do Baking Across the World, I want to be welcome in as many countries as I can. Baking Across Europe. Let's go back to some super chats. Cynthia says, hello, Dylan from Ohio. Oh, sorry, Cynthia. My whole family loves your videos. Even my 80-year-old grandmother. Cynthia, I say hello. Diablo says, I have 2-ingredient cake. All it is white cake mix and 12 ounces of root beer. Diablo. I'm taking a picture of this too. Diablo, that sounds actually pretty good. 12 ounces of root beer. Hi from Ohio. Cheshire says, tomorrow's my mom's birthday. Can you wish her a happy birthday as well? You have to tell me your name, but I can say happy birthday. This is B. Dylan Hollis saying happy birthday to your mom. I don't know her name. Ohio, goodbye. So what comes next? I'm going to show you, but folks, if you're just tuning in, we're baking a recipe from 1896. It's ancient. Look at this thing. It's all crusty. There's holes in it. This is the old Fannie Merritt Farmer Cookbook. It's seen a lot. Oh, my goodness. My cat's name is Simonym. He's now Simonym, says Emily. Oh, Sapphire, thank you so much for that. That's so kind of you, Sapphire Jade. Hello and good evening, Dylan. Just had my birthday last week and had a blast. From a cornfield maze to placing top 3 in my first cosplay contest in Pittsburgh. What a great time. Hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Congratulations to you. Yes, I'm so glad you're able to catch a live. And I hope that this live is of higher production quality. Like I said, I told you folks at the beginning of this live stream, I'm a TikTok-like man-child who's come to the adult world. It's kind of hard. Her name's Kathy. Happy birthday, Kathy. Hi from Ohio. Let's move on. We need some eggies. Oh, gosh. Let's bring out the big honkin' chonkin'. Speaking of root beer, I got some root beer right here. Happy, here you are. It's happy weekend. I love this root beer, Dad's. Amber Ralph says, hello, Dylan. Screening from Wyoming. Love your videos so much. They bring me so much joy. Questions. What inspired you to make my cookbooks? The absolute absurdity of old school baking. You grab a cookbook from 1979 and you go through the appetizers and salad section, you will soil your britches. You'll have to hold on to a guardrail because you'll be like, did this person really combine salmon mousse with peppermint candy? Yeah, they did. And I want to prove that to people. I want to bake through them. I want to compile it. You can think of my cookbooks as like the best of the best. However, a lot of work for my cookbooks are involved because a lot of those old school recipes didn't even tell you what to do. They were just a list of ingredients. They wouldn't tell you where to bake it, how to bake it, what to bake it in, or for how long. So most of that work was playing catch up. Love your video, says Dr. Taint. Dr. Taint? Dr. Taint 666. I love the internet. Mr. Pooh says, hi, Dylan. Just remember, every time a baked good gets stuck, just think of it coming out as easily as you did. There you are. Dylan, I made the cranberry loaf, says Loon Ember. It's deliciously fall flavored. Also, it's on YouTube instead of Twitch. So imagine a bear hugging you right now. Rub my wizard staff. God. Says, I watch your videos so many times, they make my sides hurt, and I've been looked at funny in public because I laugh. Peener length, yay or yay, says Shampoid. You know, we're not going to be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about size, but we're going to be talking about the size of eggs. Look at these. These are fresh eggies. They've still got bits of the chicken on them. Sapphire says, hi, Dylan. Thank you so much. Planning on doing any Halloween-themed recipes? There's not that many. Thank you, Randy, for the fresh eggies. Spreading of laugh. I adore your sense of humor. Of course. You're just awesome, man, says David. Thank you. My boyfriend and I love your cookbook, says Tyler Dempsey. What's your favorite cookbook you've collected? I'm doing a long-form YouTube video on them. I just announced it. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since I've done a long-form YouTube video, and I'm doing another one. BJ Hollis here watching baking instead of studying. Is that a bad idea? Yes, it is, Tiganasta. Let's go. Everyone says, yay. So we need 1 egg. I love myself some fresh eggs. Should we use the big honking one? Let's use the big honking one. I missed you too, says Bluefish. Hello from Georgia. Yeah. Oh, I love you too. You guys are so fun. Like I say, I can't. If you're wondering, whenever I'm looking here, I can see what you're typing. So don't feel left out. I just can't talk that fast to say everyone's. Missed you here too, says Bluefish. Hi, Dylan. Can you show us your vinyl record collection later? Maybe. Hi from iFunny Baking Twink. Says Orcarina Geek. I remember them iFunny days. Let's show you what's going on here. We're going to break an eggie. Jolie Billy says, the offer still stands for the free B&H&G decorating book from 1968. It's in great shape. Says Joel. I think that needs to become a cookbook, a coffee table book for you. Yes, my P.O. Box address is in my Facebook bio if you want to send some copies. But that makes you put a stamp on it. I'm just old-fashioned. In this goes. So 1. When many people start out baking, they have some self-doubt about cracking eggs. You just got to go for it, man. You just got to go for it. They smell your fear. Hi, Dylan, says Graven, love from Texas. I want to say your TikToks inspire me to make my own sometimes. I've even done some recipes for my coworkers. That's awesome. Oh my God, my daughters-in-law love you. Thank you, American girl. Tell your daughters I say hi. Joel says, oh yes, that was Joel. Jolie, I'm going to call you Jolie. So let's beat this together. So cream the butter, add the sugar, done. Add egg well beaten. Oh God, guys, we messed up already. Lover says, I keep trying to report fake B. Dylan Hollis Facebook pages, but Facebook won't remove them. Sad. You know, that's Facebook. The good news is that they don't last very long. It's autumn baking time. Yes, it is. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're beating in an eggie into some good old margarine and sugar. JC says, my daughter has both of your cookbooks. Oh. Hi, Dylan from New Jersey, says Mirai. Good evening. Finally, I've been hoping for more long form from you. You're so funny and informative, says Jeffrey. I've been longing for them too. He said, why haven't you been making them? There's just been a lot going on. Do you know how much it takes to produce a book? This stuff is ridiculous. Also, if you've not seen it, this is the one I took on tour. But I'm just mentioning this because I hate AI. We commissioned an artist. This is a great Brandon Campbell. This isn't a sales pitch, but if you like this style, you should look at Brandon Campbell on Instagram. He's the guy who did all of our maps and all of our iconography in this book. I just love mid-century stuff. You're super fun. Love your videos. Thank you. Dylan, the audio. What do you mean the audio? Oh, God. We'll be back. Hi, Dylan. You live? Did this mean more long-form videos? Let me know when she comes back. We got a bit of stutter. What'd I miss? Well, there's just a lot going on. Let's make sure we're back. Love your content. Thank you. The audio was also from 1986. There we go. Better now. Oh my God. Please tell me we're back. Oh, it's not just me. No, Puerto Rican flag on the map. No. Oh, yes, Puerto Rican flag there. Love from Denver. The audio again. Here we go. And someone says not better. Oh, no. Dylan's fading in and out of reality. Oh, I'm here for the chaos. How's the weather back home? Dangerous. Hold on. Stop stuttering, please, audio. It ain't me, I promise. I'm trying my bestest. I've made Dylan singing scared like that. No, it's not unplugged. I promise. We're doing okay. This is the best. What are we making today? Hold on. This should be better. My wife's. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Viva la chaos. Hold on. Folks, if you're just tuning in. I don't know what I'm doing. Every time it gets closer to your phone, that's when the audio is messing up. Oh no, having a panic attack. Oh God. Did you have a good day, Dylan? Yes, I did. Hold on. We gotta fix this. This should be better now. I don't know. If that will fix it, we'll get right back to it. Audio's just jumping like a Mexican jumping beat. Dylan, you sound like you're trying to talk around bubble wrap. I'm not. No. Oh, crispy audio lives. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Deal with me here. What if we do this? Crunchy Dylan noises. Oh God. Come back. Go away. Feels like YouTube poo low key. Oh God. This is bad, isn't it? Beat audio till stiff. It might be lag. I hope it's not lag. Should not be lag. Are we in Bikini Bottom? What are we picking? 90% is the service fault. Probably is a service fault. That's my guess. Someone says better. Fixed. Good. Okay. Good Lord. I almost shat my pants. Okay, we're good. Woo! Someone says, is it back? Stop. It's your first time and we love the vibe. Thank you, Luca. Hold on. Have you thought about getting some old recipes from other countries? Tan the man, I have. Let me tell you, thank you, Shibboleth. You have to confirm to me that it's much better. Okay, hold on. It keeps getting good and then bad again. Oh dear. Oh, it's gone. Oh, Christ. No. No. Oh, my Lanta. Keep fluctuating. I made the 2-ingredient peanut butter quickies and they were hit. Books Better Homes Gardens. Oh yeah, the Better Homes and Gardens book is great. Yeah, hold on, give me a second. Let's fix this right now. Whew. Oh my God, hold on, I'm sweating like a freaking. It hates me tonight. Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's reconnect. Okay, good Lord. Are we back? Oh, please tell me we're back. Please tell me we're back. You know what? Good God. Henry. Whew. Why are you guys still here? How are you guys still here? That was Henry. Henry's helped. Okay, you know what? Huzzah. That was like that was the longest. Do you know that was only like 2.5 minutes? That was the longest 2.5 minutes in my life. Did everyone say thank you to Henry? Everyone has to thank Henry. Oh God, Henry is literally our hero. All right, thank you so much. Food idea: charro beans from 1800s, early Tex-Mex stew. Omega, that is a good idea. It really is. Okay, I'm freaking. For those of you who don't know, this is my first time on Earth. I'm a TikTok child. I'm a man child, and I've come over from TikTok to the rest of you. There's going to be some growing pains. I've now figured it out. I know what I have to do now. Live streaming is scary. Every first stream has its issue, but also Henry. Yep. The good thing is that we didn't give up, and we're still here. So you say, Dylan. All right. What comes next? Our dry ingredients is what comes out. This stream is dead serious. It's true. Henry fell over. I know. Henry just passed out. Happens to the best of us. Let's bring this downtown. You will have to let me know if it gets buzzy. I think it started as something, and then I started unplugging things, and that was bad news bears. Your ears are so red. Yeah, when I blush, my ears get red. Henry's in mood. Woohoo, a live stream, says Seymour. Cheers from Newfoundland. Oh, God. Henry's falling over. Someone says it's better again. Yes, Henry needs calcium. Hello from Mississippi, says the Seed of Newton. I baked from your book today. Was it a good one? JJ Rutherford, it's so good to see you here. And he's dead tired. Yeah. Henry, come on. Get back out. Do your thing, Henry. Just chill out. Chillax, all right? Do your thing. Henry's doing his thing. Hello from Massachusetts. Massachusetts, says Mad Doc. Thank you. What are you drinking? Folks, if you're just tuning in, this is a good old-fashioned dad's root beer. I love me some root beer. We just had some technical difficulties. You guys are so nice. You know, people on the internet are supposed to be mean, you know. After something like that, you were all supposed to go home. But no, you're still here. It's very kind of you. I didn't even get more adorable, but the ear blush just sends me. Henry was magnificent, says Christine. Christine Graham sends you good vibes. Da, 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 da. That was amazing. Much love from Australia. My mom didn't believe in your recipes until I baked her avocado bread and peanut butter bread from your first book. Thanks for giving me inspiration for baking. Sending love from Czech Republic. That's awesome. That's really good news. Hello from Australia. Is that Jeff Peterson? Oh my God. Do you remember Jeff Dunham? That's taking me back. Need some mood juice. We're not about to be mean to this gem of a human. No, you're not. How could we be mean to you? Love your favorite guy. You have a good aura that brings in good people. You guys are nice. Let's bring it back down here. So if you're just tuning in, you have good timing because things went crazy. But we're making peanut cookies from 1896, right? So we've got 2 tablespoons of butter in there, a 1/4 cup of sugar. We've got a large egg, and now we're moving toward our dry ingredients. Hello from Maine. Thank you, Henry, for saving us. After technical difficulties, you picked up 400 viewers. Yeah, you guys should have gone home. Did you know that there is you probably didn't. There's a dishwasher down here. Hello from St. Louis, says Tony Prime, that last Prime. Meet me in St. Louis. Did I say 1986? 1896. Hey, if you did wish my wife happy birthday, we missed it. Oh, I did. I'm wishing the wife a happy birthday. Is her name Kathy? It is. I've got a good memory. Happy birthday, Kathy. Hello from Romania. Good evening. Okay, we need, curious, just a 1/2 cup of flour for these peanut cookies. You see that? Just a 1/2 cup. Everything's itty bitty here. Thank you. It was me. So what horror you're cooking today? Well, we hope it's not going to be a horror. But we're baking peanut cookies from 1896. Let's get a little 1/2 cup of flour action going on right here. Do I level my flour? No, not as I'm supposed to, but that's all right. Amber Rao says, hello again. 2 questions. What do you enjoy most about Wyoming? And what made me choose the University of Wyoming? For those of you who don't know, I went to the University of Wyoming for school. That's in the United States. I'm not an American. I am a British citizen. Actually, no, I am a British. They call us a British Overseas Territory citizen. I wanted to go to the United States for school because it's cool. You guys have big cars. You're absurd. It's huge. You have yeehaw cowboys and like California surfers and angry New Englanders all in the same country. I don't think you understand how amazing that is. You have deserts, mountains, oceans, swamps, forests, all in the same country. It's kind of crazy. But I didn't want to go somewhere in the United States that was similar to each other. Insofar as you go to any of the big cities, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and they're not too unlike each other. So you can ask my mother this. When I graduated high school on the island of Bermuda, I unfurled a map of the United States and I pointed to the place with the least amount of text, which came in the middle of Wyoming. I said, I want to go to school here. We toured UW. I fell in love with it, and the rest was history. That's literally how it worked. I've missed some super chats. Give me a second. Salutations, says Luca Moon. And a warm fireplace. Greetings from our old leaf-covered Vermont. Michael says, oh my God, I've never been in a live stream from you. After moving to Texas, I recognize the Food Club and Craven brands you use. Coincidence? Also, I made the peanut butter bread for my family. We get that out here in the Mountain West. Good day from Australia. Thank you, Wolfric. Alex Dram, thank you. Greetings from Peru. Loon Ember says, just curious, since the most common methods for gooey butter cakes crust is either yeasted or boxed cake mix, then how did the simple mixture of flour, sugar, and butter come about for the recipe from your TikTok? That was in between. That recipe, if it serves correctly, that was late 30s. The gooey butter cake, when it started with the Great Depression, starting in 1929, I believe it's 1930 or 1931, tells the story of the St. Louis baker. That's how that started. The gooey butter cake was a coffee cake recipe that he messed up. Coffee cakes are yeasted. This is the story. So when people tried to replicate that, my original gooey butter cake in my TikTok that I found was after that it popularized, after people decided they didn't want to use yeast, but before Duncan Hines invented the great advent of boxed cake mix, or at least before it became popular. I'm staring at you, so sorry. Yapping says, Jeff Dunn understands, rise up. Dylan, I've been watching you since COVID, says Reverend. Thank you, Reverend. Cheers from Alton, Ohio. George says, made you pecan pie for my 80-year-old dad for his birthday. He loved it and said it tasted like the ones his grandmother made. You guys are going to make me cry. Stop making me cry. We got to move on. You're making me cry now. Stop it. Okay, we're moving back here. Nope, back here. Good evening, Dylan. I'm watching with my son, Samson, tonight. Hi, Samson. Okay. Oh, no, more silence. Don't start with me with this silence. You're going to scare me. We need to make parking before November 5th. Whoa, moist. Chat making me cry. Someone says, go and dry. No, stop. Okay, so this is a half cup of flour. Now we need a teaspoon of baking powder. Look, it's already here. I'm ready for you. It's my birthday, Dylan. The seeded Newton. Happy birthday. Don't say the sound is gone again. I'm going to cry. Hi from California. P.S. I said pumpkin quickies, not peanut butter. Thank you. No shade. Yes, we're all ridiculous and absurd. Going to order delivery. What should I get, Henry? Buffalo chicken pizza. And yeah, when I read chat fast, I miss things. That's very kind of you, Joel. At least I know what to do now. I had to refresh. Can't close it out. You have to refresh. You have to go back in. YouTube's like, hi, are you still live streaming? I said, yes, you dope. I've got the bloody thing up. He said, are you done? I said, no, I'm not. There's these people here. There's people here. Stop being mean. We need, a full teaspoon of baking powder. Volume is great. Thank you. Thank you, Dylan, from French Canada, says Justin. Oh, Justin, that's so kind. What is the Polaroid there on the counter? Oh, that's just a picture of some cats. And that's Oscar and Wayne. Those are Jane's cats. I have to say, the tuna noodle casserole you made is one step short of blasphemous in this house. Love your stuff. Ender Slayer, I know. Look, that was a really old one, wasn't it? I need to get a better one. Okay, in goes a teaspoon of floof powder. Howdy from Louisiana, Dylan, says Haruto. Never seen a stream from you. got started on your stuff from the 30s. Peanut butter bread. Hi from the UK. It's 1:30 a.m. You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. But no, truly, I'm glad that you're here. So we have our half cup of flour. We have our baking powder in there. And now we need a bit of salt. 1/4 teaspoon. Hello? Where's the salt? Where is the salt? Hello? How can it's huge? Oh, here it is. For those of you, if you don't know, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get like streaming software. This is the browser. This is YouTube's literal streaming in browser, which I don't think is meant to support, more than 100 people. There's just a lot going on. I need to use like Streamlabs or something. And then the occasional stutters will be fixed and we'll all be happy. But until then, thank you for your patience. I just have to say that. Thank you, Rain Sarantis, for the 5. Luca Moon, love this energy. Thanks for the shout outs. You're so welcome. Use OBS. Oh God, you need OBS. Yeah, I do. Streamlabs or OBS? OBS is Open Broadcasting System, right? It's OBS. Yeah, I do. Someone says that will not help. Oh, yes, it will. No, I absolutely. Look, the limitations of streaming on a browser? That's what causes this. That will help, I promise you. Streaming on a browser is kind of wild, dude. OBS is a bit tighter than SL. Okay, I'll use it. Hello from Illinois. We're popping in about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here. Evening, Dylan, says Christopher. About to hit 24. OBS is better than Streamlabs. Okay, introduces new issues too, though. Yeah, but it's better. I should be asleep, but I can't stop watching and laughing, says Victoria. You should laugh so long as you're laughing at me a little bit, as long as with me. You had feedback. Mike was too close. It was beyond that. The footage from my toaster looks fantastic. Screw you guys. We need some. That's the bitchiest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh. Someone says, why am I getting stressed vibes from this? Oh, probably because this book is haunted. Whenever you have something from the 1800s and you bring it into modernity, do you know how many people that have touched this and they're all dead except for me? The stressed vibes are emanating from this tome from the century. This thing has seen some stuff, man. That's why. Woo! Melt Studio is good for very beginner friendly, says Nina. I am beginner friendly. Do you still have that vintage camera? Yes, I do. I should show you. Adorable, intoxicating laugh. Where do you get your cookbooks and baking books of old? You know what? They get sent to me, to my post office box from wonderful people just like you. Oh, good heavens. We've got a very big dono here. I am Line Zero, says Tom from France here. Recently baked for the first time ever at 34, thanks to you. Food for the Gods, huge success, approved by a professional baker friend. More than happy to support. Keep bringing the good vibes. P.S. Skin looks flawless. Skincare routine needed. I used to put, thank you so much. I used to put hand sanitizer on my face. Ace of Spades, hi from Casper. When I had acne in high school, I put hand sanitizer all over my face. And it worked. Hi, Dylan. I find it great when you bring out some of your ancient and partially poisonous ingredients. I try not to. But I'm glad that you enjoy it. We need to chop some peanuts. 1 second. Uno segundo, por favor. I am now behind you. Is that scary? You should be scared. I got a whole thing up. Are your cookbooks technically baking necromancy? Yeah, they are. Did I tell you when Skyrim first came out? I built Mage, but I specialized in reanimation. So the first time I played, I love the smell of salted peanuts. Oh my God, I could just go. I built this reanimator, this necromancer, and it got kind of boring. Why? Because I was playing through Skyrim, and I was just watching my NPCs fight other NPCs, and I wasn't doing anything. And I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. I should stop doing that. Whoa there. Have you named Mr. Skelly yet? Back there? Yeah. That's Henry, by the way. That sounds what you would do. Salty nuts need to be clipped. Have you ever tried acorn flour before? No. Sound when your NPCs went to ash. I know. Boss level play. That's a new one. How many peanuts do we need to chop, folks? A half cup of them. You ready for this? Let's head down here. If anyone here is allergic to peanuts, I'm so sorry. But, we're going to do this. This is a little game I play called Did I Get the Right Amount Out? Do I know where Evanston, Wyoming is? Yeah, I drive through it every time I go to Salt Lake City. I guesstimate the amount we need for a half cup chopped, and then you guess. This is the half cup. David Heath says, did you know that there's a music album titled 1896? No, I did not. So here's what you do. Did I go over to fill this? Did I go under in estimation? Or did I do it just right? Those are the little guesses. Take your guesses now. We have to chop this up. Josh says over. Nostalgic says over. This is the only knife that I have that's sharp enough. Get the hell away from me. What are you doing? That water was bothering me. Okay, we got some guesses here. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're baking a recipe from 1896. Poke Chris says, hi, Dylan. Hope you're having an amazing evening. Do you happen to speak Portuguese as well from being from Bermuda? Hi, Annie. Good to see you, Annie. No, I cannot speak Portuguese. Someone says, definitely over. I take a handful of nuts and I guesstimate the amount chopped. Goldilocks peanuts over. What if you put them in the garlic press? Then you just make peanut butter. Na, 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 na. I love the smell of salted peanuts in the morning, says Julie Billy. Julie Billy. Smells like victory. I say a whisker under after chopping. Hi, Dylan. I just felt that you should know that Eggy and Nilla have been permanently added to my lexicon, but pretty much everyone I know. Baobab. No, what is your name? I'm going to call you Draws, 6207. Do you watch Louis Rossman? You got your clippy thing in there? That's a lot of nuts. This is the technique, by the way. If you want to know how to chop, don't be doing this. You're going to look silly. Don't be doing none of this. If you want to look fancy, just hold the longest edge. Just use it into a lever. Just do this, hold it. And if you keep your fingers straight, you're never going to chop them. And then you can just do this. Woo! You're never in danger. You are in danger if you have some weak grip, because this can slip. So just hold this, okay? Don't be silly. PDH Live. Sweet, says Wanda. Thank you, Wanda. Holly Robinson said 2 pounds. I love pounds. Salted nuts are not created equal. It's true. So, again, remind yourselves of what you guessed. Are we under, over, or on the money? Let's see. You ready for this? We're going to zoom in. Let's see what we're doing. Okay. Don't you like this? I'm trying to make up for the fact that we had that stream gone. First handful. Oh no. Oh God, it's not looking good. Oh no. Second handful. We're approaching the rim. We're not full, as you can see. This room. Woo! Oh no. We might be on the bloody money. We might be on the bloody money. Third handful. Uh-oh. See, already? Let's see if we do. We're over. But we're closer. It was closer than you thought, wouldn't it? It was closer than you thought. I think that's, yeah, we're over. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But come on. That's not bad. That ain't bad. That's how much we're over. So we're still over, though. Congratulations for those who wagered over it. I'm one-handed. How do I chop nuts, says Mari Crusado. You buy a food processor. Or you're going to be chopping nuts till Christmas. That's how it works. I'm late. What are you making? Well, it's so good to see you. If you're just tuning in, We are making a really old school recipe from 1896 called peanut cookies. This is before peanut butter was a thing, so they're just straight peanut cookies. Was the pork cake actually good, says Atlas of Canada. I can't get the idea out of my head, but I'm scared to try something that wild. No, it was good. It was scary that it didn't taste like pork. You ever got lard that's slightly bad? Lard that slightly tastes like meat? That's what it tasted like. Not like lard, but like it was only the mere hint. I baked the pork cake on the Kelly Clarkson show with Iowa Debary of The Bear and Jay Leno. Sometimes I forget that. You can watch it here on YouTube. I sat there and baked with Jay Leno and Kelly Clarkson. It was pretty cool. Oh, better over than under, I say, says Miku. Much love from the Philippines. Why, thank you. Thank you, Catherine, for the $7.99 and Ezreal. I just love watching a fruit cake bake an assumedly fruity cake. Oh, that's awesome. I did not know it. Yes, it is true. So let's come back down here. I'm going to show you what's going on. Henry. So this is our recipe. So right here, eggy, butter. Let's turn this on. Is this a slow oven? It's a slow oven. Okay. So we're going to preheat to 300 degrees. Butter, egg in here. Flour, salt, and baking powder in here. We're not adding the lemon juice. Why? Because everything back then had lemon juice. I think there was a lemon conspiracy. So we're not adding the lemon juice. No. Take the book off the stove, please. Sure. It's my book. I can do what I want. Forgot the sugar. No, the sugar is in here. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forgot to mention that the sugar was beaten into this. Yes. When I eat hot dogs and bagels, I call it candle salad, says Avy Dragon Lady. So what we do, pop this in here. The dry ingredients. Do you know how much moo juice we have? 2 friggin' teaspoons. 2 teaspoons. I mean, come on. Lemon Conspiracy, says Linky. That's right. Holly Robinson says, me and my mom watching from the UK. We love you. Hi to you and your mom. Thank you for tuning in. Why bother? I know. So let's mix this in. Was there sugar in this? Yes, only a 1/4 cup. I again feel the need to apologize for the 2 minutes of no audio. We freaked the hell out. I almost started speaking, in tongues. Jackie Gore says, love your content. The recipe includes baking soda. That would explain the lemon juice to help with the leavening process. Right? It would. However, this is baking powder. Yeah, if they're absolutely right, guys. So as you can see, we've got baking powder for our peanut cookies. But if this was soda, baking soda, and I just said, oh no, I don't feel like adding the lemon juice, it would not rise and I would have messed it up. June 3rd was my anniversary. I was in hospital. My hubby brought your newest cookbook and brought it to me. I sent a picture on IG. I was diagnosed with MS. Geneva, my friend. I hope my cookbooks were able to bring some respite to you. And I hope that you're able to find some respite through baked goods. Because let me tell you what, desserts heal. Even afflictions as bad as yours, heavens. Good for you for facing it with a bit of optimism. I can't say the rest of us can be that brave. Floof powder has floof soda in it too. Yes, it does. Folks, if you don't have like baking powder and you have baking soda and you want to make it, if you want a teaspoon of baking powder, all you do is mix a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 3/4 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And there you have it. Baking powder. Much love from Oregon, the land of Bigfoot, says Miss By and Large. You are an inspiration to me and many others. Been watching since 2022 and I've loved every minute. You're being too nice. You're being way too nice to me. Okay, so here's this done. Now, in goes 2 teaspoons of milk. If there were more moo juice, then we would alternate the additions, but there aren't. In goes 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, Now, are you as worried as I am? Are you as worried as I am? Because this does not look like cookie dough. Kai says, what is cream of tartar anyway? Cream of tartar is a solid acid, tartaric acid, as a matter of fact. And that's all it does. You know how baking soda needs acid? Baking powder is just baking soda combined with a catalyst, with an acid. Any acid would work, but tartaric acid, cream of tartar, it does work. It's pretty loose. It is pretty loose. It looks like goop, doesn't it? Hi, Dylan. Thank you, Caitlin. I'm glad you like watching. Star Fox says Ohio fears nothing but the better. It scares us. Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert? Thank you, insert name. I love your name. Let's come back down to reality. There's the peanuts. Maybe this will dry things up. Oh, I'll be damned. It does. Wow. Look at this. It's pretty good. That's kind of gloopy. But it's better. Kind of gloopy, but it's better. Okay. Oh, do you know what time it is now, my folks? One fear. When I was in college, I thought cream of tartar was in the dairy section. Oh, no. Someone says because they're salted. They're going to be salted. Give me 1 second, folks. We're moving on. That's the 8 we're moving down the track. Means your true love and daddy ain't. Did I just knock over a container of Cascade Complete Brilliant Shine Powers Away Residue? Powers Away 24 hours stuck on food? Jump scare. You asked if I was scared. Well, I live in the U.S. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's not have any negativity. Americans are so, sad recently. You guys need to... Everything's going to be okay. What if I told you that the British kingdoms, we're not doing too well either? What are you filming us on? I don't know what you call it, but it kind of follow me around. Please make more long-form videos, says Eldar. I'm working on one. Someone asked me what my favorite cookbook was. I'm doing another long-form video. You're gonna have to forgive me because it's gonna be a long one. Another U.S. resident. Ooh, which do you like, baking more, pastries, or bread? Bread. Pastries scare me. Asking again, but what's the lemon conspiracy? There was just a period in the late 1800s, early 1900s, kept going till about 1915, where lemon was added to everything. Lemon was treated like salt. Lemon amplifies flavors the same way salt does. If you add a bit of lemon to a chocolate cake, it does make chocolate taste more chocolatey. But unlike salt, you also do taste a little bit of citrus. What I'm trying to say is it's not necessary, especially not in something as salty as this. Lemon was just added in everything. Hello, Dylan, says Sketchpen. I'm so glad I caught a stream. The energy you put out is so warm and delightful and gives me the same vibes as Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. Much love from North Dakota. You weren't here when the sound went out, but thank you. I love the shirt. I'm from Arkansas. Please make the chocolate rolls. They're in my book. I know I should. Okay, let's get going. We have to use the baby one. Look at this. Look at how small. Look at the itty bitty. Do you see this? Look at the ittiest, bittiest, tiniest little baby. Did I spot a Krispy Kreme hat on the floor? Yeah, you did actually. That's Henry's. Henry, your hat's on the floor. So here's what we're gonna do. Look at this little itty bitty action. I know that someday dishes save lives. Yes. I think we're gonna be able to put. Oh my God! I dropped some. Get away. Okay. Boop. They're gonna be so small. Happy says, can't send the entire cookbook, but I can send a recipe for wild fried crickets and a joke recipe next to it. Elephant stew. Oh my goodness. No, don't send the whole cookbook. That's why I say just send some copies, man. That sounds cool. You also don't have to. That's very kind of you to think of. You have a good apple fritter recipe? Oh my gosh. No, I don't. But I was thinking about apple fritters. You know what's really good? If you like apple fritters, look up apple puff pastry recipe on the internet, because there is a variety of recipes where you can just, they bake like an apple upside down cake, right? So you have stewed apples in the bottom of your pan. You put on a whole, oh my God, come on! You put on a whole slab of butter on top of those apples, sugar maybe. And then what you do is you put puff pastry layers on top of that. I'm trying to do a staggered approach here. If you think I can't bake, we don't know how much this is going to spread. This is a weird consistency. You know what? It's not my fault. It's from 1896. I know that someday. I baked pinwheel cookies for my flight instructor. They looked like the spinning propeller. And while the process was full of a lot of panic, it was fun and they came out great. Super Wombat. That's awesome news. Thank you, J Hart Nerd. Gosh. Also, this is so yellow. Before I used fresh eggs, I didn't know that eggs were supposed to look this color. You know what I mean? I wish I could send you my ancient family recipe for cheesecake, but I have no idea whether you're able to acquire quark at all. What is quark? Did you just hear that? Did you just hear that text notification? Do you have any plan to translate your book into any other language? That's something that us authors don't get kept in the loop of, you know? I would love to. You know, there was talk of Baking Yesteryear being translated into German, but I wish cookbooks got translated often. Want a potato chip fried green tomatoes recipe? What? I mean, now I'm just curious. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Quark is a type of cheese. Oh my goodness. Kind of scares me. Okay, this is starting to fail. It's not that there's anything wrong with this. It's actually just that it's a weird consistency. Folks, if you're just tuning in, we're baking a cookie recipe from 1896. I'm working fast. I'm speeding up. Give me a second. I think you're getting tired of looking at me doing this. I know that someday, we're almost done, you'll want me to want you. I don't know how this is going to turn out. These are dropped. Well, you know what? Whatever the amount we decided to choose. Hello, that's a stupid sentence. The amount we decided to do here, staggered on this sheet, is actually the perfect amount because all I need is like one more. Look at this! Make the ice cream bread in the cold oven several times. It's phenomenal, says Cat Pat. Thank you. John Flint says, I'm so grateful for your warm and positive attitude. I love your great cars. John from Lincoln, Nebraska. Thank you. Now almost double the viewers since the technical difficulties. Oh my gosh, there's 3,000 of you. What hello? You're making me self-conscious. Stop it. Rudy Toot. Rudy Toot Toot. My friends in Big Bear. Oh, hi from one of my friends, Big Bear, St. George's, Bermuda. He loves your vibes. Me and my hubby adore you. What part of Bermuda are you from? We're all born in the same place, in Paget, King Edward's Memorial Hospital. But I live in St. George's, Bermuda. I have some recipes that I would love to send from a cookbook that comes from a small little town in Ontario called Port Elgin, or Elgin. The cookbook is called Port Elgin Church Women's Cookbook. Fox Marshmallow. Those are the type that I love. Hold on to it because it sounds cool. But if you do want to get rid of it or send some copies, you know where to find me. My P.O. Box address is in my Facebook bio. I have a gathering with some friends and I would like to bake something, but I don't know what to make. Have any ideas? Also, I love your videos. Keep up the good work. Baking for a crowd. Brownies are a good one, but my brownie recipes are old. A really good recipe is actually the Buster Bar from Baking Yesteryear. Failing that, if it's a sort of dinner thing, you know how good just bringing over some good cornbread is? I have a great cornbread recipe in Baking Yesteryear. Also, the Robert Redford is a good dessert in Baking Yesteryear too. let's come down here. The panko cookies were fun. So the last instruction, folks, last instructions you might be able to see is drop from a teaspoon on a buttered sheet. We don't have to do that anymore because, we're no longer at risk of tuberculosis. And place 1/2 peanut on top of each. So that's what we're going to do. 1/2 peanut on top of each. Dylan, I survived. Lady Malott, congratulations. Folks, for those of you who don't know, Lady Malott is my friend and just had an operation. So I'm glad they survived. 1/2 peanut on top of each. Okay, let's do this. You guys hungry? Here's some snacks for you. There you go. Whoa! Look how dry my hands are. What's your favorite recipe to suggest to a young, new baker? Depends how young. If we're talking about like a really, really young baker, I actually just suggest a boxed cake mix. No joke. Why? Because it gets you mixing. It gets you interacting with the kitchen. It means a lot. Failing that, the pumpkin quickies or the strawberry fluffies, the super simple recipe, still a box cake mix, but actually easier, is on my TikTok. And the cheat lemon pie. That's a great one. We've had some super chats here. Fair6993 said, I want you to know that holy God, you combine Robin Williams with chaotic bi energy, and I love it so much. Please never change your glorious man. Oh, thank you, you glorious man. Cryo says, I have access to a lot of cookbooks my grandma owned. Want me to digitize and email them? Oh, I don't do well with emails. Truthfully, I have a lot of databases. For some reason, I'm a very tangible person. I like the books themselves. But this is not me insulting how you have your old cookbooks. Keep hold of them. Digitize them for your family. I'm an old school savior man in terms of saving things from dumpsters. Have you made persimmon pudding? No, the Happy Shark Gaming. But now you guys have me looking up persimmon. You're not the first person. Okay, that's not a half peanut. Do you think the ghost of Fanny Farmer is going to come and farm my Fanny? What was the worst recipe you've ever made eaten? Oh my God. The worst recipe was the Yum Yum salad from St. Louis, Missouri. Do you want me to tell you about the Yum Yum salad? The Yum Yum salad started off 2 boxes of lemon jello and boiling water. Done. Add that in. A 24-ounce can of crushed pineapple. Okay. Getting weird, but still manageable. 1/2 pound of shredded cheddar cheese. After that, an entire cup or 1/2 cup, I can't remember. An entire 1/2 cup of white vinegar. I'm not joking. And then they had the balls at the end of that recipe to say, take your pick between either pickles or olives. The Yum Yum salad. It was bad. I'm reading y'all's comments. Oh my gosh. Someone says, oh God, what? Read on. See, it was good till the shredded cheese, says Mega. I love cheese, but dang, why you got to use that for savory? I know. I don't know what the vinegar was. I have no idea why that was a thing. Someone was crazy. Yeah, it was St. Louis. The water pie was bad. Gentlemen and ladysmen, take a look at these. I need your permission to bake these. If they look up to your standards, you're a general inspecting this army. Stand up. Literally, if you're sat down, stand up and then do a salute. I'm joking. General, do we have your permission? Permission to bake. I'll allow it. Thank you, General. At ease, General. Thank you so much. In we go. So this goes into a slow oven. Not for very long. You see how small they are. So they're not there for very long. That sounds like the party cheese salad, says Linky. I don't know what it is, but I don't want anything to do with it. Geez, that was why it shouldn't. My question, says Christian, is if the Yum Yum salad was worse than the tuna one, that was cat food. The tuna one, At least when it comes to, you expect bad things from tuna. You know what I'm saying? You're ready for it. With something called a yum yum salad, you have a bit of hope that it might be yum yummy. No, it's not. My good friend Billy says, I've got a Hungarian cookbook from the best in cooking from Lorain, Ohio, from the 50s. It was 40 cents at release. The nut roll is perfection. Lots of notes and margins and typos. I'll send you a Xerox copy of some pages. That's very kind of you, because those are the best types of cookbooks. Someone was asking if I've still got my old cameras. Of course I do. And I just got a brand new, it's 70 years old, but a lens for it. You want to see the most ridiculous, unergonomic camera in the world? Crafty Goliath says, I stumbled upon your videos when I had my baby last month, and I have nearly woken him up laughing at your one-liners in the middle of the night many, many times. Thank you for being so lovely and hilarious. Thank you for being so nice. Someone's asking what a slow oven is. Oven speeds were measured by speeds. Look, it's stuck in my mind. A slow oven is like 275 to 315. A moderate oven is 325 to 350. Moderately fast oven or moderately hot oven is like 350 to 375. And a hot oven is anything like after 400. Like a screaming hot oven is 450. I'm talking Fahrenheit, by the way. Let me show you this camera. Ridiculous. Now, if you're the type of person to get obsessed with something because they look so cool, I'm so sorry. When I first saw this camera, I knew I had to have it. I knew I had to repair them. It's the best-selling camera in the United States of the middle century. Does anyone know what it is? Thank you, Chugga1 fan. Grumpy Chad says, I plan on making pumpkin pie completely from scratch for the first time this fall season. You're going to love it. Someone says Kodak. Who said, as a British person, I don't understand Fahrenheit. I know. A brownie? Pentax? No. It's an Argus C3. I have a Kodak brownie. Take a look at this thing. This is the Argus C3 with the telephoto lens that they made. This telephoto lens with do you see that? So the Argus C3 is a coupled rangefinder. You have to look through this one first. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let's see if we can do this. No, you're not going to be able to. Barely. But you have to look through this one first, and then you have to do this. And as you move the rangefinder, it moves the lens. And then you have to look up here to compose, and you go crank. It's a beautiful camera, but it looks absurd. This is what the stock Argus, this C3 is from 1942. I took the leatherette off. It looks like a suit of power armor from Fallout, but it came with a 50 millimeter lens. I had to repair all of these. Isn't this freaking cool looking? Woo, baby. Yeah. I love this. They're both loaded. Your immortality is showing. Is my time machine showing? Yeah, it looks like a suit of T-45B power armor. I had to take the leatherette off. For those of you who don't know, this was before, if you're into cameras, this was before ISO. He said, of course it was before ISO, Dylan. This was before ASA. This is back when they couldn't rate film. So they just decided to rate the numbers of film after a magazine called Weston. So this is before ASA. It's called the Weston Film Speed. That's just your reminder dial back there. My camera lover self, I have a 70s Nikon FM and a Canon T50 from the 80s. That's great. I need a proper camera like this. But yeah, look at this. Woo! So those are my two. Good old-fashioned Argus. I got to put the lens. I put the lens cap somewhere. You always lose the lens cap. Oh, it's right there. The one thing I didn't try, this lens cap has 2 screws. Does that mean I could screw it onto this? I had no idea. This screw thread is so small in the middle. Someone says bake. They're in the oven. They're baking. Anyway, that's so cool. I didn't know that lens cap could go onto that. Mind blown. Absolutely mind blown. Hold on, I'm coming. Those of you who are confused, don't worry. We got something in the oven right now. You should call Blaze a Vault guy from Fallout, says Omega. Should I really? I was guessing Agfa Isolat has a good bellows that popped out. Got it for $5. Oh, Agfa. Beautiful. Those bellows cameras are fantastic. Classic cameras. I have a Graflex pacemaker. I have all of the Graflex flash bulbs. I have so many flash bulbs. It's insane. I have the proper, I got everything. I just need a speed graphic. Hi, Dylan, says Celestia. I've been watching you since Pork Cake and Mayonnaise Cake. I love Simonim. I love Snickerdoodles. Thank you. It's very kind of you. How about it's time that I read you something from 1896? Folks, if you're just tuning in, don't worry. We have things in the oven. There's only 3 minutes left until they're out. But we're baking a recipe from 1896. This cookbook right here, the Boston Cooking School cookbook from Fannie Merritt Farmer. And let's read you something from when they used to bake back. This is before refrigeration, in case you didn't know. Before refrigeration. Okay, this is on page 19. Ways of cooking. The principal ways of cooking are boiling, broiling, stewing, roasting, baking, frying, sautéing, braising, and fricasseeing. Boiling is cooking in boiling water. Solid food so cooked is called boiled food. Great. Though literally this expression is correct. Not. Examples: boiled eggs, potatoes, mutton, etc. Water boils at 212 Fahrenheit at sea level and it simmers at 185 Fahrenheit. Slowly boiling water has the same temperature as rapidly boiling water. Consequently, is able to do the same work, the two. I hate this prose. A fact often forgotten by the cook, who is too apt to wood the fire that water may boil too vigorously. How did anyone understand anyone? Watery vapor and steam pass off from boiling water. Steam is invisible. Watery vapor is visible and is often miscalled steam. Cooking utensils commonly used permit the escape of watery vapor and steam. Thereby much heat is lost if food is cooked in rapidly boiling water. Water is boiled for two purposes. First, cooking of itself to destroy organic impurities. Second, for cooking foods. Boiling water toughens and hardens albumin in eggs, toughens fibrin and dissolves tissues in meat, bursts starch grains and softens cellulose in cereals and vegetables. Milk should never be allowed to boil. At boiling temperature, the casein is slightly hardened and the fat is rendered more difficult of digestion. Rendered more difficult of digestion. Oh my God. Do you want to learn about fricasseeing? I just want to know what fricasseeing is. What the hell is fricasseeing? Does it tell me? What is fricasseeing? Can someone look it up? This lady didn't even tell me. Oh, no, it's right here. Fricasseeing is sautéing and serving with a sauce. Tender meat is fricasseed without previous cooking. Less tender meat requires cooking in hot water before fricasseeing. Although veal is obtained from a young creature, it requires long cooking. It is usually sautéed and then cooked in a sauce. So fricasseeing is just cooking something in the sauce you're going to serve it with. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. My mom and I have found you independently and totally bonded over your videos, says Billy. Oh, I learned about fibrin in my phlebotomy class. Phlebotomy? That's when you take blood. Nasu says, I recently made your mayonnaise cake for my grandfather and it turned out amazing. Keep up the amazing work. Our oven's about to go off. Okay. It's like 5 seconds. Ready for a countdown? 5, 4. Oh, I was off. Whoa! Let's see. I have no ideas what they're going to look like. Shut up. And I'm going to prove it to you because I'm going to lock eyes with you. So you're going to see them. You're right there. My computer's right there. I'm going to lock eyes with you. You're going to be the first to see them. They could be friggin' disasters. I'm locking eyes with you. I'm going purely by touch. This is the paper. Make sure not to drop it, Hollis. What do they look like? I want to look at them. Do they look like anything? Oh. Oh. Pale little morsels, aren't they? Do you think they need longer? Do you think they need a bit longer? They're pale. I think they need a bit longer. Look, all it says is bake in a slow oven. Let's get, yeah, take a look at them. Just a little, not much longer. Not much longer. That was only a, yeah. Let's give it a, they're actually cookies. I'll be damned. Oven was too slow. You saw how goopy that was. I didn't think it was going to be a cookie. I thought they were going to spread. Hurry before the chemical reaction is broken. Oh, yes. Are they done? Well, they will be done in just a second. They're freaking raw. Miles says, am I gay? No, I'm a little fruity, though. Yes, I'm gay. Look at these wrists. Do I look like the embodiment of masculinity to you? Everyone say hi to Frank. I'm going to move you over. Can I move you that way? Yeah. Everyone say hi to Frank. Frank, everyone's missed you. Everyone say hi, Frank. Everyone loves Frank. Greetings, Frank. Frank's a good man. Hi, Frank. Everyone's saying how much they love you, Frank. This is an accordion for those of you who don't know. I'm going to bring you back. No, you're looking at me. You're looking down here. Now you're looking here. This is an accordion. The left hand means you can accompany yourself. So you can do things like bass notes. You can do chords, major, minor, dominant seventh, diminished seventh. You can combine them. And then you know what this hand does. Wanted to show you this. The accordion's such a fun little thing. In Germany, we call this Schifferklavier. Really? I love that. That song sounds like the Pennsylvania polka, but it's not. It sounds the beer barrel. It's a great one. This is a little women's accordion. I love it. So it's meant for songs like this. Right? It's a fun one. I haven't seen one played before until now. Do I know any Jan Tiersen songs? No. I only know really old school songs. Like this. Oh, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Oh, in my heart I have but one desire, and that one is you. No other will do. You know what will do, though? Cookies. There you are. We need full song. This is how you got to keep some entertainment going while the cookies are baking. Someone set a timer for 10 seconds. No, I'm joking. Someone set a timer for 1 minute, and then we'll take those cookies out. Christy, thank you for the 2. If I were to send you recipes, would Instagram work? No. I'm not sure if any other people have told you, but on social media now, if you have any sort of following, you're inundated. Your email, your DMs, thousands. You're like, Dylan, that's not right. You're lying to me. It's like, no, you're right that only like 20 of those are people and the rest are bots. But you can't flood through them. I need to hire someone. It's awful. So that's why I make people send me mail to my post office address, which is in my Facebook bio, by the way. Have you ever heard of pumpkin butterscotch cookies? They're perfect for the fall season. Also, what's your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Christmas. I love Christmas. Someone's counting down. Oh, everyone's counting down. Snail Mail wins. Spiral version cookbook, please. They're on Temu right now. Oh, good evening, Dylan. What did I miss? Hi, Goosey. It's good to see you. May you release this recipe? I'd love to try. Yes. I'm going to give you a screenshot of this from 1896. Accordion across America. Everyone, thank you. Billy's counting down. This is the first time I've caught a live stream. Normally, I'm watching shorts. The live streams are going to get better. Time's up. The live streams are going to get better. Why? I'm live streaming from the YouTube browser. I'm that idiot. You know the amount of people that's supposed to support? 10, 20. So I know the audio probably isn't the best. Should be better than the last time. And I know it might hitch and it's kind of awkward. We're going to get better. Why? Because I'm going to actually get like OBS or something. But the time's up. Thank you. Someone says, thank you for your patience. Cookies. Where'd my grippers go? I found the grippers. Looks like nothing has changed. But they're firmer now. Yeah. Now they're not going to be, take a look at them. They're never going to be a crispy cookie. Why? Because they're mostly egg and sugar. These look very intriguing to me. They've been in the oven a very long time. The one telltale sign that I'll prove to you that they're not raw, well, they're still really hot, is the undersides of them. No, they're just, I mean, look at them. They're done. Weird. Weird in a bad way? No, just weird because these cookies are 130 years old. So we can't say they're odd because maybe our cookies are odd. I've been playing a combination of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas called Tale of Two Wastelands. I'm still loving the Fallout vibe, says Raven Queen. Did you know that I used to make mods for Fallout New Vegas? I made quest mods for Fallout New Vegas. I made mods called the Rockwell Pursuit. I made the Fallout New Vegas Christmas special. I even voiced them. You don't want to know how many hours I have on Fallout? So I'm obsessed with the fact that you just said that. Pretty cookies? I'll tell you this one thing. They smell good. Hi, Frank says wicked. Wicked. Still pale, yes. La 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 la. It's a weird watching on YouTube. He's based. That was you? Yeah. If you look up just on YouTube, like Fallout New Vegas Christmas special, I even had it like Al Chest Breach, voice everything. That's what I did in high school. This would have been 13 years ago. What's my favorite jazz standard? My favorite jazz standard is it's a tune called Easy Living. Living for you is easy living, it's easy to live. Melbourne, Australia here, says Ken. Mad props for nailing Anzac Bickies and fairy bread. Have you considered doing Lamingtons? Pavlova, you can find around the places, right? Pavlova is great. And meringue is popular in a lot of places. Lamingtons, yes. Something I really need to do. Speaking of Christmas, have you had Elvin shortbread? No, I have not. You brought von Grinchenhausen to life? Yes, Quinn Calden. I wrote all of those lines, rather. For those of you who don't know, the Fallout New Vegas Christmas special, it's friggin' ridiculous. Old Nicholas, who was Santa Claus, but like 1% of the time, his nice, calm demeanor speech would be broken by awful insults. And he would just swear randomly and turn into a gangsta. So he would be like, "We have to get ready for the Christmas banquet, but we need some extra donations." And then you would ask, Saint Nick, old Nick, how are we going to get the donations? And old Nick would be, we need to rob the motherfucking casino. I want you to bust your ass in there, grab the guap, and cap some. But then he would switch right back. It's imperative for our Christmas mission. So that was old Nick. And then all of a sudden, the Third Reich appeared. And this guy called Steiner von Grinchenhausen, they weren't actually like, they learned their military structure from just old history books. I couldn't tell you what high school Dylan was, but Steiner von Grinchenhausen was the Grinch, and he had a terrible accent. It was Steiner von Grinchenhausen. Chance the Yum Yum salad meant cap, not cup. I've never seen a half cap. I have never seen cap as a unit in a cookbook. That would be a lot better because the vinegar is what did it. Easy Living is such a relaxing song, says Raven Queen. I'm currently obsessed with the concept of Lone Wanderer and the Courier being the same dude. Gangsta Santa. Tasting History with Max Miller collab. We talk. We go back and forth. We should one day. I need to get out to California. Gentles and Ladymen. Folks, Melissa, thank you for saying that. It's my birthday coming up. Happy birthday early, Melissa. But Gentles and Ladymen, it is time. Do you know what time it is? I think it's time to try these cookies. TBH, no stream tech upgrades necessary. Love you. Really, Marcel? I think I should do OBS, but that means a lot to me. For those of you who didn't know, earlier in the stream, we had terrible technical difficulties. I was silent. I had to call Henry for tech support. I'm from TikTok, right? The adult world here on YouTube is hard, but I'm getting better. And thank you for your patience. I'm serious about that. It means a lot to me. I love the serenade tonight. Enjoying your cooking. Thank you, Maryland. Okay, let's get. Just Cap said grandmother. Woo, woo. Hello, Dylan. Are the cookies bendy? We're about to see. Hold on. I need a bit of water. Let me get myself a bit of water. Oh my gosh. And then I want you to do a little bit of a countdown. Oh my God, I'm just spilling stuff all over the place. Do a little bit of countdown. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing. I know that someday. Okay, I'm ready. Gosh. Gentles and Ladymen, if you've just tuned into our live stream, thank you for the countdown. If you've just tuned into our live stream, here's what we did this evening. Are the cookies bendy? We're going to figure that out. We just baked a recipe from 1896 from this cookbook right here, the Boston Cooking School Cookbook by the great Fanny Merritt Farmer. The cookies are done. They're on the oven, and we're about to try them. Dylan, I want to make out with your face. Well, that means a lot to me, and it's probably the best place, the most socially acceptable place. That's very kind of you. 63 says, my good friend 63, Dylan, I'm so glad I caught another one of your live streams. My husband keeps saying you're a younger version of me and says we would create a tear in the fabric if we ever met. I'm down for that. I'm down for tearing the fabric. So, folks, here's what's going to happen. We're going to go into nighttime lighting. I'm going to go grab a plate. You're going to speak amongst yourselves. Make sure Henry doesn't go anywhere. And I'll be back to taste these cookies. And we are currently on schedule. Are you excited? I'm excited. I don't know what these cookies are going to be like, but speak amongst yourselves. I shall return. I know that someday you'll want me. Henry looks kind of ominous over there, don't he? To want you when I'm in love with somebody new. You expect me to be true and keep on loving you. It's a great tune. It's called Someday. I know that someday you'll want me to want you. When I'm in love, da-da-da. That's a really good one. Yes, there's a piano back there. You'll expect me to be true and keep on loving you. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Da-da-da-dee. The cookies are done. You ready? I don't know what I think about these. They're like... Let me show you what this is what we got here. You should talk to Barry. Oh, Barry, I should. Sandwiches of Histories. Hi, guys. Bacon collaborates with Scotty K Fitness. Oh, I thought you said Scotty Kilmer. I was about to say, God damn. You mean big with Scotty Kilmer? We got that one guy who knitted. Oh my goodness. Plaza 525 says, you're such a wonderful person to watch. And I bet even better to be around. Now I found out that you're an accordion playing Fallout superfan. Keep on keeping on. Guys, you're so nice. Thank you so much, Plaza. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. This is what we've got. Rev up your friend. Scott Kilmer. Hi, Dylan. 2 questions. Jim, no promises that I can read them. If I was a cookie, if Dylan was a cookie, yes. Great Google bars. I had no idea there was an Alchest breach and B. Dylan Hall's connection. Have you seen his cooking videos by chance? No, there is a connection. We've talked. So this is the cookie. It's pale. There's a half cookie on top. But as you can see by the structure on the back, it looks pale and gooey, but it's not. It's done. What is my computer setup? I'm running a 3080. 58, one of the AMD ones. But I'll have it for you next time. Escandy, thank you for the 5. But these cookies are from 1896. We're going to do a taste test here. And then I'll give you an opportunity to take a screenshot of this recipe if you think it's going to end up being good. Let's find out. Cheers. Paint me red and call me a barn. They're plain. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this is the best thing I ever tasted. They're plain. They're really good. They're like an extension of a peanut. They're a little snack. They're something like, they're the cookie equivalent of a pocket full of sunflower seeds. Something that tastes good, something that's Moorish, and you're like, that's like not going to win any awards. These are dainty little things. Keep in mind, this is 130 years ago. So they would have been having this with tea. It's just a pleasant little cookie. It's just a pleasant little cookie. Oh my God. We have a giant dono. You guys. My good friend, NEERG63. I know I've seen you before. I was like, of course, Dylan. I've been here for a while. I know. I'm going to call you 63. As someone else with a 1960s Cadillac, I know you will make good use of this. Thanks for all the entertainment, as always. How did you know? You know what that's going to go towards? Let me show you. I need a new alternator. I just got my alternator bracket done. You know this part. I just got this bracket done, redone and proper painted, and we're going to pop a new alternator on. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know, my daily driver is on the... That's so nice of you. The daily driver, this is my car. It's on the cover of my second book. It's a 1963 Cadillac called Ernest. Thank you. Thank you to all of you, truthfully. Golly. Would you like an opportunity to take a picture, a screenshot of this recipe? Again, simple. Simple. Thank you again, 63. I just could call you 63. Do I have a car channel? No, I have some videos. Thank you, Jonathan. Says, Dylan, I just turned 32, and I wish I still had the energy to do you. You do. But my wife and I have a 4-year-old. Okay, you're right. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you. Jude says, I wish I watched your content when I lived in Laramie. Could have brought you some ingredients as a thank you. Good old Laradice. Thank you, Judd. Judius. Hi, Dylan, says Carly. Love your channel and your style. Where do I shop? Currently, I don't have a style. Ever since skinny jeans went out of fashion, it's been hard. I look like it's not been easy. I need to find my style again. Here's the recipe for you. Take a screenshot if you'd like it. I'll give you a few seconds. This is on page 90 of the Boston Cooking School Cookbook. Add this to the alternator fund. Thank you, that one guy who knitted. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is the cookbook, by the way. The Boston Cooking School Cookbook by Fannie Merritt Farmer. There's probably an archive of this. But our wonderful cookies turned out well, didn't they? I'd say. But, you know, I always say one thing always turns out better. And that is the amount of fun I have on these live streams. Now, I know I'm new, and I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I had fun. Gentles, ladymen, I've been truly blessed with your audience this evening. It is always a pleasure unmatched for me to be doing these lives with each and every one of you. And I think we have the best audience on this darn app. So just know that from my kitchen to your kitchen, from my home to your home, and from my heart to your heart, my name is B. Dylan Hollis, and I'll be seeing you guys all very soon. Good night.